Hello, everyone. It is Cindy Walter, the Healthy Knitter. Excited to chat with you today. Gosh, what episode are we on? We are on episode 15, I believe. I can't believe that. That's going awful quick. And I don't have any rhyme or reason on what day I'm coming to you and putting these podcasts out, just when I have something to talk about. So I've got a few things today. The first thing I should do is show you what I have on. This is the Felix pullover, and I love the detail. I have a black shirt on underneath, so it really shows the detail. I love the fit of this one. I love the color of this one. And this was a fun story of kind of a project gone bad. I made 4 Icelandic wool sweaters for my kids a couple Christmases ago. And my one daughter, Jenna, I had 3 colors picked out for her. Absolutely loved it. And I ordered all of this from overseas. And it all came. And when hers came, it came, everybody else's came in these cakes of wool. And Jenna's came with 3 different kinds of yarn. This is wool, but it was not caked like this. And then it had 2 cotton yarns with cream and a coral color. I was doing 3 colors in hers, and it was 3 different textures. And obviously, I couldn't do that. The good news for me was, out of the sweater material that I had for her, I made this Felix pullover. I made a short sleeve sweater, and I made 2 cowls out of the yarn that was put aside for that project. And then I bought her new yarn, and she loved her sweater. But I made use of what I had, and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to meet a friend for dinner after I go to the yarn shop, and hopefully find out that my yarn is ordered for my never ending no frill sweater, the project that never ends. But I've got a couple other things to share with you. I did finish my vanilla socks. I love these. I love the heel and toe being a different color. I will do that again. It was not near as hard as I thought it was. Don't ask me why. I was afraid of that. Thought I made a mistake on these, and I have not wet blocked these, but I really followed the instructions on the second one, and the same decreasing pattern kind of happened on both socks. So I'm thrilled. No mistakes. They're beautiful. I love the color. They're fabulous. So I'm making another pair, but I did go down to the smallest size because I think I am just such a loose knitter. I am able to go down a size, even with the large feet that I've spoke of before. So I'm going to go down a size for my daughter, and I've already started those. And this is going to be the first time that I do 2 at a time. So I have 2 going. I separated my yarn. It looks like a mess right now, but I have 2 yarns going, 2 little 9-inch circular needles, 10 rows of ribbing each on those. I'm going to make some progress on those. I'm going to Chicago to see her this weekend, hoping to be able to work on them and maybe have them done and leave them with her. That's the plan. And I decided to frog these. So they're going with me to the yarn shop today. I tried to make it work, but you can see they're slouchy and saggy and awful. And I put them on my feet and I walked around the house in them, and they literally were sliding down my feet. And so I can't make them work. So I'm going to frog them today, rip it, rip it, rip it, and then figure out how to rewind the yarn so they look the same when I make them again. I think that's going to be a good decision. So I changed my mind. We can always change our mind, correct? And then you've heard me talk about Crochet Park and their bags. And I've had a couple people tell me they've ordered bags. Guys, they just make the cutest bags and the cutest gifts. So the first one I made, and I'll tell you the names of them too. Let me find that for you quick. This one is the granny bag, and it's just adorable. And the only thing I did different was I did add a little snap in here because I tend to lose things from the bag, and I wanted a snap so that it had closure on it. So I did add the snaps, but it is adorable. They can fit an awful lot of stuff in them. It's got a beautiful leather bottom. You can put different bows on them. So that was the first one I made. I made these for my daughters for Christmas. And then I wanted something for my future daughter-in-law, and I thought that would be too big and bulky for her. So I found something cute and small. And so I've already I made two of these. I made one, made a mistake, figured it out, had to rip it out a little bit, figured it out, made another one. And then in the last couple of days, I have made two more. Look how cute these are. So I just think what a lovely gift. They're not that big, but they fit all the, you know, cell phone, lip gloss, gum, keys, all the essentials. Great for a day shopping, but they're just darling. I think they'll make fabulous gifts. And since we are in the gift giving, gift making season, I just wanted to bring that up again. And speaking of that, my niece messaged me and asked me if I could make a hat for her. She lives in Alaska and she's a teacher, and she has a teacher friend who, unfortunately, I guess her cancer came back, and she asked me if I'd make a hat for her. And I'm so overwhelmed with all my projects. So my first impression when I got that text from her was, I don't have time. But I thought, oh my gosh, she's asking me to make a homemade hat for someone that she cares about. Of course, I'm going to make the time. So I did find a new hat pattern. I wanted something that would be nice. I'm sure she wants it for indoors. So I found this pattern. I'd heard people talk about it on a podcast. It's called Jason's Cashmere Hat, and it's got cables in it. So hopefully you can see that. I'll get out of the way. And it looks like it won't be that time consuming. I found a beautiful color yarn for it. It's similar to the one I'm wearing now. The one I'm wearing now is a little maybe greener, but very similar in color. And I casted that on, and I'm gonna make that and get that shipped off to her in Alaska, because she asked me and I want to do it. And I will make the time for stuff like that. So I think that's it project wise. I will finish my sweater when I get my yarn. I don't know if she ordered it for me or what's going on with my yarn, but oh, I'm so close to finishing that sweater. And I really don't want to get into the champagne cardigan by Petite Knit until I finish my no frill sweater. So that's where I am project wise. Um, Having a drink. What are you guys drinking today? This is a caffeine-free botanical energy and adaptogen drink, Bia. It's a ginger flavor, helps with gut health. I have one of these practically every single day. They're delicious. And I told you I don't drink enough. So anything I can do to drink. And I drink more in the winter. I'll have herbal tea going in the afternoons, which has no caffeine in it. But water is my thing. Gotta get lots more in. And this isn't water. I mean, it's sparkling water, sparkling ginger flavor, but I probably can't count it, although it helps me get more liquid in. Anyway, I want to thank you for our first knit along. We had a couple people show up for that, and I had a couple people that tried to get on and had different time zones. So I want to get this figured out a little bit better so it's a little bit smoother for next time. Because I posted it, but I said it was East Coast time, and I think I had some people from a couple different countries that tried to get on and had a trouble getting on, adapting to the time difference. So I did have Leslie from the UK on. She was delightful. We had a beautiful visit, and we knit together. And then I had Penny from Wisconsin on, and she was fabulous as well. And I know she's planning on getting on the next one. And then an Ohio friend of mine, Mona, got on as well. Claudia, I'm sorry, I saw you tried to get on, and then I saw another person. I'm not sure who that was, but it was so much fun. We sat for 2 hours. It went like this. We just got to know each other. We shared projects with each other, did a little show and tell, shared our stories, our knitting stories, and it was just delightful. And I will be doing it again. And let's see, I think I did schedule it for Saturday, December 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern time for 2 hours. That is my husband's birthday. So I'm sure we'll do something later that evening, but I'm going to spend 2 hours with you that morning. So I hope that works for you. I will post the Zoom link here. If you want to get me your email address, I can send you a calendar link so that you have it in your calendar and it will adjust to your time zone. So I will also put, heard a couple of you had trouble opening up my e-card. I'm not quite sure why. Some had trouble, some didn't, but I'll put my individual links on there. So maybe you can find me on Facebook and send me a message that way if you don't want to post your email address in the comments of this YouTube video. But I'll put my Facebook, Instagram, all my different ways to get in touch with me there. And if you want the email calendar invite, I will just set that up on my calendar. I'll put your email in, then it will go into your calendar with the Zoom link and it will adjust to your time zone. So that's probably the easiest way to do it so we don't have confusion and we can be together December 7th. Other than that, I want to know what you're working on. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys. I am at 999 subscribers today. One more and I hit 1,000. I can hardly believe in just a few short weeks this has happened, and several of you had told me you found me on episode 1 and you've watched all of them. So thank you so much. Thank you for your support, for your encouragement. My goal is to get more people knitting for the stress relief and to help their health in the stress category, because those of you that knit know it is such a wonderful, fabulous stress reducer, whether it's knitting, crocheting, I love it all. Any craft really, truly is helpful with stress, and then to help knitters be more active and healthy as well. So my goal is to create a lot of happy, healthy knitters and crafters. So thank you for being part of my mission and helping me to spread the word and sharing this podcast with others. I truly appreciate you. My goal is that maybe some knitting stores will find me, and I'll be giving prizes away in no time to those of you who are watching. So thank you. And we'll be celebrating along the way as we hit these milestones together. I hope to see more of you December 7th. Have a fabulous day and keep knitting and staying healthy. Bye-bye.